The men's basketball team is marching on to the Sweet 16 for the first time in school history, while other Cardinal sports gear up for their national championships this weekend. There's only one place you can catch all the action from the week in Cardinal sports, right here on the Cardinal Report. Welcome to the Cardinal Report. I'm Marc Dahlquist. Joining me to start things off this week is men's head basketball coach, Todd Raridon. Coach, thanks so much for coming on.
Mark, thanks for having me.
So, Coach, after an exciting weekend, the team is moving on to the Sweet 16 for the first time in school history.
Well, it's been exciting. It's been exciting for fans, the school, but more exciting for our players and coaches. You know, I can't stress enough just their hard work and what they've meant to our program, and it's paid off, and we just hope to keep the thing going.
You know, and with the wins over Rose-Hulman and the Washington University Bears, you guys have now tied the single-season record for wins in a season. This team just really seemed to, rebound after a tough start early on.
Well, they did, and it's nice to see. You know, we had some early season injuries that we really were not at full strength for the most part in the non-conference, and once we hit Christmas, we had everybody back, everybody healthy for the most part. We still have a couple kids banged up, but they're playing through the injuries. But, it just seems like it's snowballed for us as the conference season progressed. We just continued to get better and better and had more confidence as we continued through the late season run in the conference. And, it's something that has continued with this team, even into the national tournament, that they believe in one another, and that's, as a coach, that's all you can ask, and it's fun to watch them play. It seems like every night somebody else has stepped up and made a play when they've had to, and that's a sign of a good team.
Well, they're making believers out of, all the fans there watching them. The Cardinal Report was there to see the team make history. In case you missed it, we've got you covered. Let's go to the highlight. Cardinals getting set for opening round action of the NCAA tournament against the Fighting Engineers of Rose-Hulman Institute of Technology. Gamble sets the tone early as he grabs the rebound and shows his athleticism by spinning for the putback. Then CJ Goldthry slashes the lane and completes the no-look pass, finished off by Gamble. Cardinals led by as many as 7 in the second half. But Rose-Hulman puts the fight in Fighting Engineers as Julian Strickland takes it the length of the court for the bucket. Then he pulls up from 15 to cut the Cardinal lead to 2 with 8 minutes to play. But Gamble would cap off a 27-point performance with another bucket in the paint. And with the full court press on, the Cardinals' Kevin Gillespie able to escape and get it up to CJ Goldthry, who takes his time putting in the dagger, and the Cardinals move to round 2 with a 71-74 win. But the Cardinals wouldn't be able to celebrate for long, as Dylan Richter and the Washington University Bears were hoping to prevent a trip to the Sweet 16. Gamble picks up where he left off in round 1 as he had 12 points and 10 boards in the game. Other big men getting involved as Aaron Tickness bounces a laser to Charlie Rosenberg. He gets the basket and the foul. Cardinals led by 8 at halftime. The home team comes storming back in the second half as Matt Pilecki drives, getting the foul and the roll. Ben Horner then slices through the Cardinal D for the lay-in. And Horner would make the field house erupt as he sinks a triple, and all of a sudden Washington University leads by 2. And this game would turn into a heavyweight battle as the next 6 minutes included 4 ties and 5 lead changes. But it's the senior Kevin Gillespie who sets the tone for the finish as he puts the Cardinals up by 1 with 5.5 to go. Then he feeds the big man Gamble, who spins and hooks in the bucket to extend the lead back to 4. And it was clutch free throws that seal the deal for North Cenrtal as they go 18 for 20 from the charity stripe in the second half, and they'll continue the dance this weekend against Wittenberg College as they move on to the Sweet 16 for the first time in school history with a 72-68 victory. So, Coach, the Cardinals come away with 2 victories this weekend. But let's go back to the CCIW tournament where the Cardinals seem to set the stage for the national tournament. Where you guys, in the championship game, you take down Wheaton after losing to them twice previously.
Well, both games we played earlier with Wheaton were close games. I mean, we lost at their place double overtime. had a lead with like 3 minutes to go, 8-point lead, and just gave it away. And at our place, I mean, I thought they played really well, and I didn't think we played that poorly. I just thought we played that well. In the conference tournament, I thought we played extremely well. I mean, we hit a stretch there in the second half that was, Kevin Gillespie hit a couple threes, and then from then on, it was just like bombs away from everybody. I mean, everybody got involved in the game, and when a couple guys make some shots, it seems like everybody else kind of has that rhythm too, and the crowd got into it. We had a great student section, great crowd, great environment at Murner Fieldhouse. So, it was fun environment to be in for both the coach, from a coach's standpoint, and the players. I know really enjoyed it.
Yeah, it seems like hot shooting on this team is almost contagious. Kevin may hit a couple threes, but then all of a sudden Aaron Technis will come down, hit some. Even with your post play this weekend, it seems like Landon Gamble was sort of feeding off Aaron. How does that work with this team? Do you feel that the guys just sort of, get that energy going and just, respond?
Well, they have so far, and I hope they continue that. It is something that it seems like they just feed off one another. And like I said, the first game in St. Louis, Landon they didn't double team him, and he pretty much had his way inside. I think he had to win up 25 points or something like that. The second night they started double him, and we knew they probably were going to double him if they saw the game the night before, which they did. So, he had to kick it out, and a couple times he had made some nice passes. The guys cutting the basket, skipped the ball across, so he hit shots. So, that's something that he has the confidence that, Landon knows that he doesn't have to do all the scoring for us, especially if they double team. He knows he has to find the right, the open guy, and so far he's been able to do that.
Yeah, it seems like when teams are really, keying on Landon, other guys are there to step it up.
And they have been, and they need to, and that's a huge reason for our success is that they have stepped it up. And we talk about the offense, but I've really been pleased with our defense. I think that's something that has been a mainstay for this group. They play pretty well as far as a team defense. So we're not overly. We don't overplay passing lanes or anything like that. We try to keep everybody in front of us and help each other. And so far we've done a pretty good job of that, and we hope to continue it this weekend.
How has playing in the CCIW helped this team prepare for the national tournament?
Well, it's helped us a lot because we're going to see in Wittenberg, we're going to see a lot of similarities to a couple teams that we play in our league. And so it's a physical game. I mean, they have a couple big kids inside. They're extremely physical. They have good perimeter shooters, which we've seen in our league. So from a defensive standpoint, we really have to be at our A level for us to have a chance to win.
And how tough is game planning for teams that you haven't seen this season, like Wittenberg?
Well, it goes both ways. I mean, they haven't seen us, and we haven't seen them, so it works both ways from that standpoint. We will just continue to try to do what we do best, I think, from an offensive standpoint and a defensive standpoint. Same thing that we did last week, and we just try to do what we do best and cover a couple things the opponents do and try to take that away if we can, and if not, we just, we try to outscore them, then it becomes, and that doesn't always work.
And with three teams still in the CCI or in the national tournament from the CCIW, it really shows just how tough this conference really can be.
Well, it is, and it always has been. The CCIW is something that one of the toughest conferences, I think, in the country, and that's why I enjoy this league. It's so competitive. We had a couple of schools that probably record-wise weren't as good, but they still were very physical teams, and I think they get you ready for the national tournament, and that's something that not every conference can say that.
And what was the mentality of this team coming in? I mean, I know you guys were almost happy to be there in 2006, but it seems like this year the guys weren't just pleased with just making it.
Well, it's been their mindset, it seems like, and that, which is a good sign. I felt like a year ago we hosted the conference tournament. We were glad to be where we were. It was the first time sharing the conference tournament for a long time, and this year it was the first time we've won it outright, both the regular season and the conference tournament. But they weren't satisfied. It seems like every time out, the bar gets raised with this group, and they look forward to the next challenge. And so far they've responded extremely well, and we hope that can continue in the Sweet 16.
What do you think was the biggest challenge coming into this weekend? I mean, you guys have had to deal with some tough road trips, but do you guys think the travel times or even the official timeouts during a game, help the team at all?
Well, I think they help because we only play 7-8 kids, and so it makes our rotation. It helps from that standpoint. Kids get more of a break. They can rest during the media timeouts, but it's something that is probably more to our advantage than if we were playing 10, 11 kids, and it's tough to get everybody in there. But you know, we had one bench player that probably didn't play the Friday night, didn't play at all because we just, you know, our bigs were not tired, and so Saturday night played a little bit. But you know, we have the ability to play more kids if need be. But it just seems with the media timeouts, it was not really something that we needed.
You know, you talk about that 7-8-man rotation. It seems that you guys are able to really throw a lot of different looks. You can either go big or go small and really create some mismatches on the team.
Well, we try to, I mean, that's the whole point is how you match up with the other team and what we can take advantage of. And so, you know, the nice thing is that we're playing our point guard 40 minutes every night out, and you know, he's the media timeouts have definitely helped him from getting a break. But you know, it's something that he has so much confidence out there. Kevin does, and he's done a tremendous job of leading our team. You know, he understands what we want offensively, defensively, and he knows where everybody's supposed to be, and that's a sign of a great point guard.
Well, and he hasn't just been distributing the ball, but also getting some scoring done. In the past 3 games, he's hit his career high of 22 points twice. Does it seem like guys or other teams are just more or less leaving him open, daring him to shoot?
Well, I don't know if they're daring him to shoot. I mean, he's taking good shots, and that's just something that he understands in our offense. I mean, it's like everybody else. If you take good shots, pretty good chance we can make those shots. And so he's getting opportunities with a high ball screen and getting open looks. And again, you know, going in, he's not like our first, second option. I mean, and so consequently, teams are focusing. Maybe they're dropping their point guard to help double team on land and inside. That leaves Kevin open, and he can knock down those shots.
What's the key to the Cardinals' success in Worcester?
Well, I think just continue to play the way we've been playing, and not try to do anything more than we're not capable of doing, you know, and just stay within the team concept and rebound and play great defense. And you know, if we can do those 2 things, we'll have a pretty good chance.
Well, the Cardinal Report will be there to cheer you guys on.
All right, I appreciate it. Thanks.
Don't go anywhere, because after the break, Coach and I will be joined by 2 starters that helped the Cardinals make history.